Welcome back to the Sonic Locker Room. This is Bill Althouse of Sideliner Sports, and we're celebrating our 18th year, bringing you the best and the brightest from Eastern Jackson County and the metro area. And today we're going to be visiting with two of the outstanding track and field members of the Van Horn High School team, Isaac Cortez and Nick Wiley. Isaac, visiting with you a little bit before we went on the air when you said that you're also a part of the Falcons cross-country team. I could almost guess the events that you are going to be competing in this year for the Falcons: the Open 800, the 4x4, and the 4x8. Isaac, I think the toughest race there is the 800. It's basically a full-out sprint around the track twice. What game plan do you go into that event with?
Honestly, with the training and with all the training in the background, I have to have the mentality of a distance runner, being able to keep pushing through no matter what, even during the second lap, just with all the fatigue that settles in. And I just train for my speed and agility, just to be able to maintain my top end speed. And just being able to prepare myself all the way to the end, just to maintain for those 2 laps. Because, 2 laps, it sounds easy, but whenever you actually do it, it's easier said than done.
Good for you, man. I love that. With the 800, how much faith do you have in your final kick, the last 100 yards?
How much what, sorry?
How much faith do you have in your final kick to the race, going up to the finish line?
How much faith? Honestly, I just always believe in myself, no matter what, whether it's from the final kick or from the start. So I have a lot of faith in my final kick. Just being able to, pick up my knees and just go one step at a time. And I believe I could, pass a couple of guys and get myself a good time and placement. So it's just a whole lot of faith in not just the final pick, but throughout the whole entire race. Because all in all, it's just a mental game to me.
What leg do you run in the 4x4?
I run in the first lane because I run the last lane. So by then everyone's just in, so we just all run in first lane.
Is there any difference between running in an individual event like the 800 and then sharing the competitive success with teammates in a relay event?
Oh yeah, I know for sure. For my Open 8, it's all about just me and my goals and what I'm trying to pursue and accomplish. Whereas for the team, we all collectively want to accomplish something and just do something well for not just for the team but for the school to represent. So I just think it's a whole lot of teamwork and chemistry behind it all. So it's not about just having the fastest people on there, but it's just the good chemistry on it. So
4x4 is my favorite event. I've seen so many events over the years, so many track and field meets where the champion was decided in that last 4x4. It's the last event. A lot of times you have your teammates running from side to side at the track to encourage you. What's the 4x4 mean to you in regards to being the last event at a track meet?
Honestly, for the 4x4, it's like the spotlight. All eyes are on you. Not only is everyone just ready to go home, but they're just all on the field, on the bleachers. Everything's just supportive of everybody just wanting to compete and all that stuff. So I just think there's definitely a lot of pressure on the 4x4, but it's a fun race just because of all the competitiveness that are all behind it. Just each person on that 4-leg team just showing out and being able to accomplish what they can.
The 4x8, another race where you're running around that track twice. Do you have a game plan going into the 4x8?
Honestly, it's a lot different approach just because it's again I'm the anchor, I'm the last person to run for that 4x8.
Okay.
And so really it just depends on how the race goes. If it's like a tight race, and we're like anything is possible, like first place or last place, I just take a different approach on it, just be able to pick off a person one by one, just be able to, close that gap and try to get a medal for the team.
Do you have a preference between cross country where, you're outside, every course is going to be a little bit different, or just the strict demands of running the 800, 4x4, and 4x8 for the track team?
Honestly, I thought about that recently, and just looking at it, I enjoy cross country for the nature side of it, and being able to like overcome any obstacle, whether it's the uphills, straightaways, the little ground, the potholes that there are, and it's just the naturality of it for like the course of it all. But for track, I just love the competitive side of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the same track, same lanes, and just being able to go out there and show like how much skill I have. So.
Nick Wiley, a senior on the track and field team, competes in the 200, 400, and their respective relay teams. Nick, has everything meant a bit more to you this year being a senior?
A little bit. I would say a lot because it's not really my main sport. It kind of feels a little different than it would like if it was basketball season, but it still feels a little different than the past years.
Basketball is the ultimate team sport in my regard. There's 5 guys out there, and if everybody doesn't know their position, know their role on the team, it can be pretty chaotic. Whereas in track and field, you're on 2 relay teams, so you're sharing the success of that event with 3 teammates. But what's it like going from a team sport like basketball to a sport where it's more individual?
For me, it's not that difficult because the main thing I do is relays, so I'm going to be on the team regardless of the sport. But it is a little different because if you do end up going to state, you're probably going by yourself if someone else doesn't make it, so it's a little different from basketball.
What legs do you run in the relays?
I run the 2 in both of them.
Okay. So you're receiving a baton and handing off the baton. How much time do you spend working on those handoffs during practice leading up to a meet?
I spend a good amount of time. Sometimes you focus more on the younger guys that are new to this. And I've been doing it for 4 years, so at this point it's just kind of muscle memory.
Yes.
So it's not really as hard as some of these freshmen. Because we have had some struggles with it, but it's mainly the freshmen, and it's all stuff that we can fix.
Well, it's stuff you can fix. Do you feel like the relay teams are a little bit of a work in progress?
I think so, yeah. I think we can always get better. We're actually ranked in districts right now. We should qualify for districts in both of the relays. So I think once we fix those handoffs, we should be in the top 3.
Nick, tonight there's a meet out at Fort Osage. I was talking to the Indians activities director earlier today. He said it looks like there's about a 45% chance of rain. Mentally, how do you handle something like that? Number one, knowing whether or not you're going to compete, and number 2, what the conditions will be like when you do compete.
Honestly, I don't really know. In terms of like competing in it, I mean they've had us practice in the rain, and it's never really a dull moment when we do because it always ends up being fun. So in terms of mental prepare, I don't really do anything different. I just go there expecting it not to get canceled, and if it does, then so be it.
How about you, Isaac? What's the mental challenge like when you're facing an afternoon full of rain?
Honestly, just think, I don't let it affect my game or my mindset whatsoever. Either way, you're still having to show up and just perform, no matter if it's a humid day, rainy day, or any sort of day. I always think there's always going to be a meet. I don't think about it if it gets canceled or not, and whatever conditions there are, so be it. Just show up and give your 100 that day.
Isaac Cortez and Nick Wiley, we can't thank you enough for joining us today. Good luck throughout the remainder of the track and field season. I'll see you out at Fort Osage this afternoon, and guys, you're always welcome here in the Sonic Locker Room.
All right, thank you. Thank you. You have a good day.